Welcome back to the European Challenger Series semi-finals. We're back for the deciding game.
I'm so not ready.
I was
not
ready.
5 seconds. I thought I had enough time.
No,
oh, man. I gambled and lost on that one. I got super daned. Damn.
Super daned, but it's all good. But yeah.
Sorry, I completely killed this intro.
I was like, notes out the window. But yeah, that last game was actually just crazy. Like, so many fights happened. They were like, it was such a weird game as well because like the early game was just like defined by so many kills happening, and then like the mid game, nothing happened for like 5-10 minutes, and then dancing around the Baron. Like, we're gonna see a quick recap of everything that happened. And this was the early game, right, where Rudy, he was like all about the stacks, and it almost became a different game. You know, the early game was just like, how many stacks can I get? And it was just yeah, top lane party.
Top lane party. Well, this was, you know, the early game, as you talked about, and this 2v2. This is kind of sad to see. I mean, well, the 2v2 I think is coming up next, actually. There was a lot of early game kills from Rudy. Oh, this is it, where Sartorius was playing hide and seek in the bush, and it ended up that he actually ended up playing stuck in the mud.
That's the one.
Because he ended up dying. I said ended up a lot in that.
Where does it end up, though?
I'm still composing myself.
Anyway,
take it away, Paul.
So yeah, so basically from here we're transitioning to all those river fights and the Baron fights. We have one more of just really just murdering some people. This is kind of where the stacks train ended. Because like, you got like 4 or 5 in a row, and it was just like, now I'm just kind of dying repeatedly. And then yes, this is where it transitioned to like all these river fights and the Baron fights, and a lot of this revolved around like Baron contests, because like people were trying to go for the Baron, and it's just like, oh, I got interrupted. Oh, they're around the corner. It's just like they weren't really thinking about it by the end of the game. It was just like, you know, we just want to fight. We saw LPL play IEM, and we saw how fun it was.
That's how I like. I want to see that. Yeah, exactly. These two teams though were like, I just want to go for Baron. Let me Baron all the time. And it just didn't work. And just time and time again, Werlib was coming in on this Jax, getting kills once again, getting stronger and stronger. And lo and behold, towards the end of the game, we kept having these Baron fights. And this looked so good. So good for Huma at first. Sorry, this was Inspire. It looked good for at the beginning, but there was a number of these fights back and forth, time and time again, and then that weird fight where it looked good for Huma, and they pushed the middle inhibitor, and then they actually end up losing Holy Phoenix and lose the Baron.
Yep. But you can just see like how many fights happened in this game.
Ridiculous
game.
Game.
Over and over and over, and like it almost looked like Inspire were going to win the game from here, because you know, they picked up, even though Huma won this fight, and they ultimately took like 2 towers mid lane and an inhibitor, it was a great play by Wendelbo to actually keep Holy Phoenix in place. They managed to flank him with Sartorius coming from top lane, with Fiora, or the TP, and then from there, it actually looked like that was just going to be the end of the series. But World of Jax. I mean, like, you actually said it between, like, those 2 fights. It was like, how are they going to win this game? It's going to be on World of Jax in some way. Is he going to split push? Is he going to just win a team fight for them? Ultimately, it was the latter. And yeah, I mean, that's how it ended. But it was a crazy game. And I still go back to what I was saying, like, during, like, Game 3 or whatever. It's Huma's games are coming... like Huma's wins are coming from these like crazy games where it's just like almost a coin flip, because it's coming from these big plays that come from the players versus like a well thought out strategy, and Inspire almost being drawn into the craziness that's happening from Huma, and then it just becomes this coin flip, and somehow it's a weighted coin, so every single time Huma win with Jax. So I don't know.
Well, welcome to 2015 Spring Split is what I'm thinking right now, because Werlib is getting Jax, and he's like, I'm just gonna carry the late game.
Yep.
I'm just going to say, screw everything that happens early game, put that in the book, don't care. Give me Jax.
But the biggest thing now is we had the same side selection for the first 4 games.
4 games.
And now we're swapping up. So do you actually get the Jax in this one? Is it just going to be banned away? Or is Inspire just going to go Kalista Ramos Braum?
I mean, now if you're Inspire, you're just like, well, we just counterpick our top lane.
Yeah.
We'll force you to show your solo lanes first. See if Werlib ends up on a tank, anything like that. I mean, they can ban the Jax. They probably should ban the Jax.
Yeah.
But it's not the end of the world if you can close the game out fast enough. Like, say say Huma played the Jackson game 1 of the day, doesn't matter. Game's over. Like, Inspire have already won that at 25 minutes. So that's the kind of game where Jax is a non-factor in.
Yeah.
Just thinking back to game 1 of the day. Wow, that was pretty slick.
That was
as if like out of my brain came champion select.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be deadly if my brain did every champion select. It'd be like Lux every game.
Yeah. Okay. Poppy.
Okay.
Banned out here. Yeah, that was a choice in game 2. Callista once again. Okay. So everything is kind of as normal right now.
Yeah, well, we've then seen a lot of Lulu, a lot of Rammus bans in every game. Are we going to see Rammus again? I mean, it's strong. I'm not a big fan of consistently banning Rammus. So do they change it up for the Jax? That's the one we said would make sense if they were to swap it out. The other bans we've seen is Nidalee, Alistair, Braum has been banned away. So most of them I expect still going to be there. Okay, Rammus is banned.
Why do they fear the Rammus so much?
Don't fear the Rammus. But it's a weird one because I don't think on its own it is strong enough to be like, just get it out of there. It's not that oppressive. I mean, it's a difficult pick to deal with. Yeah. The protection it provides an AD carry or somebody coming in from a flank, you just taunt them and that's it. So there are a lot of tools for Rammus that make him strong.
Yeah.
I just think when you've lost 2 games to Willem's Jax, like just get rid of it. Just do not let him play
Maybe
it.
Inspire have like a secret weapon ready for this Jax. Yeah.
Okay, well, they have. It's called ban number 6.
Okay, all right. Okay, so that leaves Braum open though.
It does. Alistair is available as well.
Time.
Alistair Gragas now available.
Yeah.
As well. That's Brand, close to Braum.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
First
okay.
pick Braum.
I actually did just misclick on Brand. I'm like, first pick Braum is actually okay. Like, I think it's decent considering how many times Braum has been banned away. You don't want Wendelbo to get his hands on it. I think it's a fairly straightforward pick.
Yeah, it's interesting because
well, you've got Elise and Gragas both available for jungle. You've also got the Kindred if you really want to run it. We saw it in the last game.
Yeah.
So why not take the better support in your opinion right now? Because we've seen it banned in every single game so far.
Yeah.
So Inspire, are probably going to react with the likes of a Corki or an Alistair at this point.
Corki Alistair would be a solid first rotation.
There's a lot of options, though.
Yeah, I mean, like, Nautilus is even up, like, Lucian.
Yes, so much available. It just depends on what they want. Okay, wow. So we have seen both mid laners play the Quinn matchup, the Quinn-Corki matchup, and I do quite like that. For CosQ now, it says, well, you can't really play Corki mid because it's not... like, you're going to lose the lane fairly hard is what we've seen. We've seen the Quinns dominate the Corkis in this series so far. So that's kind of what Inspire are saying is, let's just take the mid matchup. We want it. We can put it top lane if we need to. If we need to put it up against something top from Huma. But now it's on Huma. What do they reply with? Gragas is available.
Maybe.
Alistair, no, they got Braum already, so they wouldn't take that. So what's their AD carry in this situation? We've got Lucian taken. Ezreal would be the next default.
Yeah, Ezreal.
Caitlyn haven't seen too much of recently. Jhin is available, but I don't think they're Fnatic.
No. Maybe just Ezreal.
Yeah, I would assume so.
I mean, Corki's still up.
Oh, yeah,
so maybe
that's
just
true.
pick Corki in ADC, because they just locked in LeBlanc, so they have mid laner. Gragas goes in from the jungle, so they actually prioritize that over Elise. So maybe just pick Corki for ADC, unless... I mean, no, Inspire probably aren't going to pick up Corki here, because they have mid laner, they have ADC.
Either they're
unless
running
they go
triple...
Lucian top, and then...
Or Quinn top.
Or Quinn top, or Quinn
They
jungle.
could run triple AD carry. I don't know whether I like that for Inspire. I feel like Sartorius does pretty well on tanks. And that's what they're hovering over and have locked in. So it's Nautilus likely up in the top lane. We have seen it support. More likely to be top.
All right, so Nautilus and Elise picked up. So fairly standard, honestly, so far. Just waiting on that final pickup. And the last two coming in from Huma. So what are we going to see?
Well, we're looking for AD carry in top lane right now.
Yeah, so it's not going to be the Jax, because it's been banned.
Not going to be Jax. So what does Willib go to now? He's played the Malphite. Could play that into the Quinn. Quinn Malphite's a matchup that's been talked about quite a lot recently.
Yep.
Especially if you watch North American LCS. Some unfortunate circumstances with the Quinn Malphite matchup. Could pick it up. What other tanks or what other champions are available for Willib? He could go Fiora if he wants to play it, but then Quinn into Fiora. I think Sartorius would be like, okay, I'll take that.
Maokai. Okay.
I was not expecting that 1-2 competition.
Okay. Yeah, this is...
So
yeah, I was not expecting the last rotation at all.
Good protection, though, for Cog. Like, they've got the Gragas, they've got the Braum. They've now got a Maokai as well, damage reduction, plus the lockdown capability in controlling teamfights.
Yeah. And you have LeBlanc.
It's a lot on Holy Phoenix shoulders. In the 5th game in a series in which he's been burst down a lot.
Yeah.
Like, a lot.
A lot. And, like, you have, like, you know, Assassin coming in from, like, Quinn, and then, like, Nautilus points and click CC.
So,
is it enough protection?
Especially with the Nautilus, as you were saying. Like, you just hit that depth charge and...
Yeah.
Off goes Cogmore.
I hope you do that in game, just like when the depth charge. Okay,
I'm gonna do that.
Last pickup, what was it? It was
Trundle has been
so
locked
that will be
in.
support most likely. Coming out here.
Yeah, probably. Probably looking at it. Makes the most sense.
Okay, so Willibom Maokai. So facilitates a top lane. Godbro takes on the carry mantle. And then Holy Phoenix is all on you, buddy. You gotta go big with the Cogmore.
I mean, it could be all on Godbro as well.
Yeah,
like
he could go like
he could just go huge
and just 1v9 and just like double distortion. Yeah, maybe. It could really just go onto any of these players right now, but yeah, well, it's like, oh, my Jax is banned, boys. The carry's got to be on you now. So
yeah, I have done what I can.
Yeah, I've led you this far into the final game. I've turned it back into a best of one. It's now on you.
Oh dear.
So
yeah. Well, it's come to this. It's all on the line.
It's all on this final game, and yeah, this series has been incredibly close. Like, It's really just defined the team styles, though. Like, I've said this a bunch this series, but, like, Huma have gotten the wins from just, like, crazy games. And, like, Inspired's wins have generally been fairly calculated. Like, both the wins, like, they've gotten most of the kills in the game. And, like, they've controlled all the towers and all the objectives. So, yeah, which game is going to turn up this one, Stress? Are we going to find out for, like, minute 1 where everyone just starts flashing again? Who knows? We'll see.
We've got a LeBlanc.
There's the compositions.
It's gonna be crazy.
We've got the LeBlanc. It's going to be crazy. We've got Cogmore, Maokai. So... jump on Twitter, tell us what you think of these compositions. Hashtag HMA win and hashtag IE win. And also, while you're at it, make sure you name the owl, because we're doing that right here today on Challenger. Hashtag Kevin Owl or hashtag Unzo Owl. That is UNSO, so I don't handicap Unzo. And that is very important. Those are 2 observers here today and also here in IEM. So they were the guys who were showing you the owl, and we're going to coin his name right now.
Oh, Holy Phoenix. He's gone for the Cull. Well, we've seen Reckless do it. And Cull is an item that synergizes probably the best with Cogmore out of everybody for that on-hit health regen. So I still don't like it as a starting item. I feel like the lack of the health means that in burst trades, it's really difficult to actually stay alive on a pick like Cogmore. Where, however, if we were in a lane swap, if you're going for shorter trades where you can sustain in between, then maybe we'll see it work out. Reckless didn't get punished. No, he did. He got punished pretty hard. I was trying to remember that game, and then I'm like, yeah, I casted that. He got punished. He was like 40 CS down. Yeah. Well...
but he made it up with the call.
He made it up when G2 died to Baron.
Yeah. All right. Hopefully that doesn't happen this game.
I try not to talk about Cull too much because I feel like I always talk about it whenever it's on. But it's such an interesting item.
It is, because
it has
like
good positives and bad negatives. Like, both ends of the spectrum. Yeah. I guess it's difficult to have a good negative.
Well, it's like a soft negative. Like it's not that bad.
Yeah.
You know. but when it goes bad, it goes real bad.
Oh, Godbro and Koski are like, anything you want to do, I'll trade at the same time. I'll just W onto your vault return position.
Actually came fairly even in that trade anyway.
Yeah.
So not too bad. Lane swap up. So we have Cass and Holy Phoenix in the top lane here. So should be able to get those early minions onto Holy Phoenix.
And again, this dodges out the Lucian lane. Don't want to be stuck trading against him when you have the less than optimal trade build, but it's going to accelerate Holy Phoenix to his first item faster. That Gwynsu's is going to come out faster, provided he doesn't have to go back and like buy Dorans or something like that. That would be like the ultimate annoyance. It's like, I got Cull, but now I had to back and get Dorans.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fast onto the turret though from
yeah, it is,
Inspire.
but they have to back away because the minion wave isn't going to quite hit the turret just in time. So Taurus now goes into the bottom lane, okay.
Again though, he's faster to the turret than Willip. Only by a little bit. This is not so significant. We haven't had the same kind of play where, you know, Huma forced away Sartorius. Sorry, it was the other way around, that Woolite and Wendelbo forced away Willip, but
yeah,
still they're faster.
We'll see how much it affects them in this game, but I think it's going to be okay.
Yeah. Willip has a level advantage though.
Yeah. Massive.
He's level 2. Sartorius level 1.
Advantage. And yeah, it should...
I've seen this before.
Oh no.
I've seen this before.
Second execute and it coming? No, I think they're good.
And then we've got to go to Rift Herald and two of us die.
2 people, yeah.
I mean...
The NA dream.
I thought we were watching Huma Inspire. I mean, Renegades Banditos aren't in here. I mean, that would be the Renegades play.
That would be the right one.
Although... Oh!
Nice combo onto Coscute. The Godbro flashed
Godbro flashed. Both of them flashed.
Huh.
He was like baiting him out. Flash away from my flash. I think it's distortion. At first I was like, Godbro, is he like trying to flash to get the chains and lock him down? But
I don't know. I don't feel like Godbro really had kill potential there. Like
no, neither did I.
Both of them pop their flashes before their ignites. Like that's
so.
I feel weird about that one.
I'm going to talk about Cull again.
Okay.
Because there is 2 of them in the game, and I'm going to say something positive, and that is that Holy Phoenix, because of the lane swap, manages to back at a peak time where he can get the pickaxe. He managed to have the gold for the pickaxe, now has the Cull stacking faster. It accelerates that Gwynsu's Rage Blade faster than Lucian's going to get his first item, and we know how good Kog'Maw can get from that Gwynsu's. So it's actually been it was greedy pickup, but a good pickup from Holy Phoenix in this game.
They should be able to pick up this bottom turret here. Inspire will do the same in top lane, so fairly standard. Not much variation in these early lane swap-ups. How are we looking on those top laners? They are the same level. And in terms of CS, I mean, slight advantage to Whirler, but I don't see that opening up all that much. The push continues in the bottom lane. So it's kind of the game chicken now. Do Inspire keep on going? Well, they can't because they commit Trundle into the bottom lane and also recall Woolite. So they're actually going to be slower to push up the top turret. Mid lane's trading away. It's a bit more damage back and forth.
Oh, Koski didn't get the auto.
There's a TP coming out from Sartorius. And I think this tower they're still trying to kill it. Holy Phoenix is on it. Now they have to back away. The minion wave is dropping down. Wendelbo's dropping low. They might actually pick up a kill from this one. Wendelbo dives underneath the tower. First blood picked up by Sartorius. That was a little too deep. Flash, staggering blow onto Holy Phoenix. And now it's just 3 casters CC'd under here as well. Woolite just needs a couple more auto-attacks to finish up. He'll have to flash away.
They got Rudy.
Great dredge line onto Rudy. He'll also have to flash defensively.
Oh, watch for Godbro, though. Oh, he was roaming down. He was roaming, but he went over a ward. He knew he went over a ward there as well. That was a fairly risky TP out from Sartorius, and still Huma got a lot of damage down onto that inner tower. They left Maxler up there on his own to try and get that tower. And the minion's not going to get it, so Maxler has to run up an auto to actually get it to fall. Man, Inspire were a little behind the play at first, and they've managed to turn it around with the kill, now evening up the second turret of the game. But that was touch and go there. Huma were looking to push very aggressively onto that second tower.
That was a really weird series of events. Woolite.
1 on 3.
Oh, nice sidestep, but yeah. You can dodge one ability, but you can't dodge like 7.
That should have gone to Godbro. It should have gone to Godbro or Holy Phoenix.
Yeah.
Like, that really... This is going to sound hypercritical. Rudy probably really shouldn't have taken that.
Yeah.
If you want to close this game out quick, give it to Godbro, give it to Holy Phoenix, give him that extra gold.
One of the big carries on the team.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure how Rudy picked that up. Was that on the auto?
I think it was just an auto,
yeah.
or maybe his Q explosion.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a kill. Kill is a kill at the end of the day.
Sure.
Still helps Huma, but optimal would have been... because, again, you look at these setups for Inspire. Inspire to get to Holy Phoenix is very difficult in this game. If Holy Phoenix is ahead, he has a Braum to protect him, he has a Gragas and a Maokai to protect him. And Inspire, they have to get that the depth charge activated onto him and then follow up. Maxar has to like rappel up, cocoon in, there's going to be a QSS at some point.
Yeah.
Like, there's no dive like a Lissandra, like a Malphite, something that's going to go straight in that you can't really stop.
Well, Rudy did convert that kill into an A for Wisp, so...
he actually had that already. I'm sorry. He got
sure?
boots, yeah. I was watching for it. It's fine. Yeah,
well, he got the boots. Good conversion.
If he now gets to another kill with like 3 seconds to spare...
Oh man, dive into the top lane. Inspire going deep underneath this tower. Cass will go down. Rudy is trying to react here. And Godbro, he's low on mana, but does have his ultimate.
This is a great reaction from Inspire, though.
Wow.
They just spot Holy Phoenix in the bottom lane, trying to just get as many minions, maybe even looking to freeze. I'm going to take a look at that wave, see exactly what Holy Phoenix was doing. Looks like he was trying to set up a freeze, but actually has autoed a couple too many times, so that's now going to push away from him. And just punishing the greed from Huma, sitting down there trying to get their Kog'Maw into this game.
That came out of nowhere. I mean, this is 2 plays now where Inspire have reacted really well. Like, the bottom tower I thought was going to die, and then Inspire punished them really well. Pick up that 1 kill, get the chase down, burn like 3 flashes, which are still down even now. They convert that into a top lane play, as you just mentioned, punishing the Kog'Maw being bot lane. Like, Inspire just making some really good reactionary plays.
And now they get Rift Herald, they'll go mid with it, I would imagine, right now. Get that mid tower. Godbro, his wave clear is unreliable if there are enemies in front of him. Just because you have to W forward. Like, Distortion is not safe wave clears. You know, it'll clear out minions, doesn't mean that you won't die doing it.
Very true. Well, 64% over to Inspire, so actually a little bit more for Huma this time around, but yeah. And Kevin is still winning, but Unzo actually pushing back. I think that was way worse for Unzo a couple matches ago, so I think Kevin is still winning currently, but we do have, I don't know, like, this game could be 20, 30 minutes, and then maybe a little bit longer than that, so soon the Owl will be Kevin.
Soon TM.
What happens if it's 50-50? I guess we have to postpone it until it like ticks over to like 51%.
Or we combine the names. But I'm not going to say it, because I'll probably screw it up and say something rude or something like that.
Yeah. All right. I'll think about it in the meantime, but... now, Dragon may be under contest from both teams. The flash and the knockback from Wendelbo, and the knockback from Rudy. Everyone gets displaced. And he'll get out of there. So Rudy flashed and Maxwell flashed.
Yeah, oh, Cosq puts pink down, sees the enemy pink
don't want
and
any of this.
Godbro. It's like, well, at least it only cost me a pink.
Ooh, Dark Seal picked up by Godbro.
Ooh.
On top of that, the components of Morella Nomicon.
So.
TP. Warlight called out. Has a lot of damage from Distortion. He'll flash over the wall, but an auto attack will finish him off. Sartorius tries to get away, but is followed after by the Twisted Advance out from Whirlip. And Godbro will look for another kill. Rudy again. Probably could have donated that to Holy Phoenix. He was there auto attacking, but give me that kill.
Donate it to Godbro. Get those stacks. That's what you gotta do, man.
Yeah.
All the kills go to Godbro. No, it's fine. He's on 4 stacks right now. Inspire don't really have the ability to clear this out very quickly, but neither do Huma have great pushing potential. So Inspire can clear that out fairly quickly. I hope that's not coming through mine or your microphone, but I'm pretty sure it did.
Yeah, hopefully not.
So I would love to see Twitch chat right about now. I'm not sure how you spell that, but there's like
back, I think,
B's
would be
and
appropriate,
W's
or Dan's game. That's probably the best one here.
Okay.
Or Bible Thump, depends how you're feeling on the day. But yeah, Cosq, bottom lane here, just pushing away. He will have to back away at some point. As soon as scary Godbro comes along, he'll want to back away. Woolite now pushing down the middle lane. I don't think they should be able to pick this up, no. Cass is there, Unbreakable as well, able to protect that turret.
Woolite's like, I'm just gonna get this. Doesn't work on turrets.
If it did, that would be ridiculous.
It would be ridiculous. That is not something that I want to see.
No,
I do not want that functionality. So they can't actually get onto Cass here because you can see Woolite is fairly short range, so he has to step up under tower range to actually make the most of that pillar. Godbro is stalking around the side, trying to get himself into the fight, but did that miss? From
Did what miss?
The cocoon.
Oh, I didn't see.
I didn't see. I was like looking.
I think it did because I don't know.
I think it did because I don't know. I'm rewatching. It actually did miss.
Okay.
I thought I saw it miss, but then was like, maybe it's just my bad eyes again.
Yeah.
I told you that's my excuse, and I'm gonna keep using it.
My brand. Maxlaw starting off the dragon, going to be pulling out just in case Rudy is over the wall, ready to pick it up. Kotsku from bot lane. And there's his first dragon of the game secured. Doesn't mean that much at 13 minutes in, but later into the game, future Inspire will be happy they picked up at 13 minutes.
Future Inspire. Yeah. Current Inspire, like, we should really try and expand this small lead we have, but we can't get through mid lane because Holy Phoenix came across. So, you know, we're talking about the wave clear from Godbro not being effective. Holy Phoenix, now that he has Rage Blade complete, he puts out his E and then starts auto-attacking with W on, and there goes the wave.
And there goes anyone inside the wave.
Yep. Pretty much how that goes.
Yeah, just looking for that 2-item spike, because once you really have 2 items as Cogmore, you can just build defensive items, or like kind of semi-defensive items, you know, like more Mortius and Sterak's, that type of stuff.
I wonder if there is a champion that has like a more efficient second item buy, if that makes sense. Where it's like the second item is like the one where instantly you're at like near max power.
Maybe Jax?
Because that's the thing is like Cogmore has insane scaling, but he has that very surprising early efficient point where it's like every item after that isn't actually adding to much of his damage or anything like that. It's all about him staying alive longer.
To deal more damage.
Like, yes, he gets damage from Sterak's, but it's not like a massive boost of AD.
Yeah.
It's really weird thing where he has such a strange power curve. I like it though.
I do too. It's very interesting.
Quite strong, but
it is because you hit like maximum damage or like near close to that, like at 2 item points, and then it's just like that's where you can blow them up, and it gets harder and harder and harder to do that as the game goes on.
And then it's like, oh, you have extra health over there. Wouldn't it be? Wouldn't it really suck if somebody did more damage because of that?
The Cogmore effect.
Yeah.
Kotsku's got to be careful. Godbro jumps in, but doesn't land his full kill combo. And Holy Phoenix also picks up the Rift Herald buff. And I'll head down here. So, anything interesting in terms of the items? I like the Whirlup guessing game on where he's going to build, but it's more linear as Maokai.
Yeah.
It's not as interesting as
it's going to be full linear from Maokai.
Because I got to be honest, I was not expecting the Ruby Crystal Cell into the QSS, but
oh dear,
that was a curveball for sure.
Yeah, that was. I was pretty surprised by that.
Yeah.
Actually.
Bit of damage trades back and forth in the bottom lane. And Holy Phoenix, Woolite as well, popping the ultimate. Just a bit of poke, back and forth. And this game is fairly even now.
It's also slowed considerably.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you look at the way that the top laners are now up against each other. Bottom lane now, Godbro and Kotsku are down there. So is Maxlaw. Maxlaw's like, I'm just going to help you here and make sure you can push up. Ooh! Oh, missed the chains.
Ignites down on Maxlaw. Godbro, if he has any more damage, will flash away there real quick. Sartorius came down as well. Maxlaw. Whirlup's got the vision, but nice repel up. Kotsku's caught underneath this tower. And that was a very funky interaction. Get him.
Got him
that was very close, actually.
Meanwhile,
Holy Phoenix is just murdering the team, as you do, as Cogmore.
Huma just picked up 3 kills, and it could be
all
4
over the
here.
map. And that is Woolite roaming down now, so I think Rudy will
I don't think he
err on the
wants
side
this,
of
though.
caution. He's already used his ultimate, but just have E-Flash, so Might have to respect that here in middle lane.
What happened there with... Was it Sartorius that's got caught out in the bottom side jungle? Sartorius is like... For somebody who was having pretty good games 1 through 4.
Yeah.
This has been a really weird one for him. So Sartorius, he TP'd down to try and join this fight. Where does he actually come into the fight? Because look, he backs away. He actually takes a moment to step back and forward, then peels back up into the jungle. Oh, and runs into Rudy and Holy Phoenix. So this is Maxlo dying. It was pretty straightforward. Was it a sapling toss? We'll never know. Sartorius dies. Oh, Wendelbo thought he was helping him with that pillar, but that was not a helpful pillar at all. That was, here, let me press you against the wall while everybody else just destroys you.
Okay. Kozq is now winning. Wendelbo is now coming down.
Oh, that's a better pillar.
That was a very good pillar, actually. Wellib may have to just turn around and just try and trade. Kozq's actually taken so much damage from these minions. Close.
300 health left. Close.
Close. If only... Markai had picked up a 3rd Doran's ring. Maybe it would have been a good.
Willow's just there hoping he gets that Niels bug.
Yeah.
It's like, come on!
I mean, I'm not Kindred, but let's go!
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Double Doran's ring is so good. I had a long rant at some point in Chandler about it, but...
You did!
Now is not the day. Well, that damage was...
He's gone. He ain't staying alive.
Nope. 2-item power spike has been achieved by Holy Phoenix.
Kozq wants to go again.
Kozq does not want to go.
He just wanted to get the chains, bait the chains.
Yeah, that went from 100% to like 60% very quickly. Yep, that's a lot of attack speed.
Oh, it's a real something to watch, Kog'Maw. I mean, we have seen it drop off.
Yeah.
Realistically, because teams did start playing around it very well. In this setup, though, Huma recognized that Inspire's potential to get on to Holy Phoenix was fairly limited once the fights start becoming, multi-man affairs where it's like 4v4s, 5v5s.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good read by Huma to recognize that. Whether Inspire can punish it in the part of the game where Kog'Maw is, I was going to say weak, but he's not. That was optimistic.
Debatable engage from Kozq. Gonna want to flash away there. The dragon was actually not finished off there.
No. But Kog'Maw has got 2 items now, so the time at which you really can punish him has kind of expired already.
Oof.
And Inspire have really been slowed down. I mean, we saw that play on top tier 2 tower, and now it's just kind of worn off. They couldn't get mid. Chain's gonna lock.
Kozq is not quite locked in place, and Cat is in fact gonna go down. That was a nice dredge line out from Sartorius, dropping him. And 1-0 over to Inspire. So that was just a nice pickup there. Yeah, he was just like, just went over, scuttled around.
I'm gonna do this because I can.
Anything around? Nope. I'm out. But yeah, Huma, so they still have the slight advantage in the game. Like, they have 3 kills over their opponents, but it's ultimately like 500 gold. The extra tower is making a lot of that up because of that one in the top lane. Huma still have a bot lane tower, if you remember, in the bottom lane that's very, very low. So if they get some sort of push down there in the next couple of minutes, that could be good. But I think Kozq is going to hit that big wave in the bottom lane before that happens.
Inspire had 4 pink wards. They now have 3 and 2 on the map. So it was Kozq just putting his down. Willib, he goes aggressive because there's the card.
Yeah, I thought he was under attack, but apparently the aggressors have been aggressed on. And that was an instant kill onto Warlight. Now they can take this middle turret, and the gold advantage will be firmly on Huma's side now.
I mean, Huma saw Kozq go bot. And they were just like, well, we'll just group mid lane. So Inspire, good luck with that. Huma just deciding to go 5 mid, take kill, take the turret. Easy stuff.
Yeah, that was, I don't know, that was weird from Inspire.
Yeah.
And
I don't know, it felt weird that Sartorius and Warlight would go aggressive.
Yeah. And now, yeah, mid lane goes down into a dragon. Huma are picking up a lot of kills early. And this feels like a Huma game. This is like, fight a lot, kill a lot, get the stacks on someone. Someone's got a stacking item, right? Yeah, mid lane, Godbro, get that Dark Seal. Get some kills, let's go.
That's how we roll. is going to be.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
mean, like, look at all the games they won, right? They had Jax, who stacks up, and then they had the Kindred and the Jax, who both stack up. And, oh, we don't have any who inherently has stacks.
Buy stacks.
Let's get a Cogmore, who will go with Gwynsus, who stacks up, and then, God, bro, you get a Dark Seal. There we go. It's the Huma game
I
plan.
can't fault that logic. Well, Pulse,
Yep.
you're on your own. I'm out of here.
It's time for World to pick up Nasus.
Please
God, bro,
no.
looking for a pick. Doesn't find Woolite. He'll get him next time. Mimic's on a fairly low cooldown anyway. Rudy, caught out by Maxor. He's not going to get 100 to 0'd without someone else there. Kozq will be taking the blue buff here. Is there anyone else who really wants that on the team? Not really, just Kozq.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Woolite, no, not really that useful on him.
Not after Essence Reaver.
No, exactly.
And 2 items.
I was like looking down the list and then my brain was just like, you should just say a name. And,
Lucian.
and then was like, no, you said the bad name.
Yeah.
It was the wrong name.
It was, it was like, Trundle.
Yeah.
Lost out on this one.
Speaking of...
QSS. Huh.
On Cogmore?
Yeah.
Yeah,
As his
it
third
is
item.
the only one. Yeah, I mean, makes sense. Again,
Yep.
we were talking about
Depth
how 2
charge.
items into...
Defensive items.
Yep.
The damage
Oh,
also good, but
that's
he'll have to
a lot
flash
of
away.
damage.
The funny thing is, he didn't have to flash away there because Kozq wasn't auto attack range, but he was blinded, so he couldn't see.
Willip from behind, though.
Looking for the flank, but meanwhile it's a 3v4. Now Willip's joined the fight, and this should go into Huma's favor. Maxwell is still alive somehow, though. Rudy comes into the fight. He'll flash back into his team. Kozq will be taking a lot of damage from Holy Phoenix. He'll flash away, gets a call, more auto attacks down, and this is so close. Everyone is on critical HP, apart from Willip because he's Maokai, and that will be a 5-4-1 over to Huma. What was that fight? That was just destruction.
Massive fight for Huma. Inspire were desperately trying to get onto the Cogmore. They finally managed to kill him. It was Woolite flashing forward into the fight to trade his life for Holy Phoenix, but what they didn't really realize was that Kozq was dying as he was trying to get in there as well. Godbro, Rudy, Willip, they all have damage in this fight and all stayed alive. Take another look. Kozq comes up from the bottom side very quickly on Valor, but it's late on into the fight, so we can't actually maneuver. Also, Godbro is blocking him from coming in from the side. Kozq vaults onto Rudy, then tries to turn his attention onto Holy Phoenix, and look, Woolite flash forward to try and get the kill. He gets it, but this tight enclosed space means that in this situation, the Maokai, the Cogmore passive, everything here is going to result in a set of kills going over to Huma, and there you see him, Willip right now.
The tree himself.
The tree himself is in a great place.
All right, Cass just needs one more auto attack, Winter's Bite, anything. And Wenderbo forces the flash. That was an extremely valuable Winter's Bite. It was like, I don't know,
Worth.
60 mana or something for a flash.
Got it.
5-minute cooldown. All right, 13-5. Huma is snowballing out of control at this point. 4,000 gold, 25 minutes, basically all off of kills. Whoop, whoop. Tricky, God, bro. I mean, those were some fancy moves, but not very good fancy moves.
And remember, this LeBlanc was picked into the Quinn.
Yeah.
And Quinn has taken over when it comes to the 1v1 interaction. Problem is, Godbro has been able to get a lot from elsewhere. Does halve his stacks, though. Well,
Yeah.
it does at least drop a lot of stacks. I believe it's you lose 10.
I actually think GodPro, like...
Oh, sorry, it's lose 4 on Dark Seal.
Okay, well, GodPro kind of outplayed himself there, because I think he confused himself with his first Distortion bounce, and was like, where am I? Q again. And then, or W again. And then, yeah. So I think he was more confused than Kozq in that situation, which led to the kill. All right, Kozq is a much stronger than him in this situation because of itemization and the farm difference, but yeah, I don't think that was a very even fight.
No, it wasn't. There's blue buff going over to Holy Phoenix again.
You don't deserve it, GodBro. We saw that in bottom lane.
GodBro is probably like, yeah, give it to Holy Phoenix anyway.
Yeah.
He's like, we have a Cogmore that's 3-1-7.
He's the superior stacker on this team.
Like, just give it to him. He'll carry this game.
Yeah. But Holy Phoenix is in a really good position. The problem is, like, Inspire just cannot instantly detonate him. Like, Kozq, the fights that have been happening in this game, though, Kozq hasn't been coming from the side. It's generally been, like, fights he has to come in from the front door. Woolite's not going to get on him.
Nope.
Sartorius isn't going to be able to pop his ultimate.
Well, I did get on him. Flashed and killed him, then died for it.
Yes, that is
true. As did
true.
Kozq. Like,
Okay.
I mean, you can get there, but it's a
If you
one-way
can get out
trip.
again,
It's,
Yeah. All right. I take that back. Well, I can get on him, but he'll be trading one for one, or even less than one for one.
Yeah, exactly. Totally worth. Even going, picking up that Giant Slayer, going towards...
Lord Dominic's
I was going to say, it's Lord Dominic's, right?
Yeah. The other one is Mortal Reminder. That's the
Grievous Wounds one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Third item. Does that make sense here? Probably yes, because that is a lot of armor.
There is a Thorn Mail on Whirlib, plus the makings of Aranduins.
Double Iceborne Gauntlet you spoke about earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I also misled people, I'm sorry, when we were talking about the origins of Frozen Fist. Apparently that was the PvE name. Somebody tweeted me, so I apologize for lying to you like Pulse does. Yep. Remember, Pulse lies to people. Yep.
And now so does Stress.
And now so do I, so sorry. All right. Not sorry.
Oh, man. The turnaround at the end.
Well, we'll see if Inspire can turn this game around, like Huma did to them twice already in this series. If you are just joining us, I don't know whether... well, we may have some people that missed a couple of games. Normally when we get to Game 5 in a series, people are like, ooh, Game 5. Yep. Let's take a look. So, what this is for, the team that wins this game has a spot in the Challenger Series Finals, which automatically grants them a spot into the promotion tournament for the LCS. It just depends on your seeding. So the winner of this game is going to have a chance to be in the LCS. They'll have to beat an LCS team to get there. Huma have won 2 games from Whirlib playing Jax and ending the game, late game, spectacularly with a backdoor and a team fight in the second game.
All of Huma's wins have been crazy.
Yes. Whereas Inspire crushed Huma in Game 1 and had a little bit rougher of a Game 3, but it was still fairly controlled. This game, however, Holy Phoenix is on the main carry for Huma, and it seems to be going well for them so far. They're up in kills, even on towers, up in gold. They're in a good spot.
Okay, so Whirlib has a dilemma here. The bot lane is pushing in. He wants to take that farm, but he also wants to TP for the engage, and he's going to pull the trigger.
Right play.
Here we go. Whirlib looking to get on a priority target here. Pops the ultimate. Maxtor is in the fight. Holy Phoenix is getting blown up. Will use the QSS. Whirlib is now into the backlines 1-on-3. Godbro looking to blow up a target. He takes down Woolite. Maxtor is there for the 1-on-1, but it's turned into a 1 versus 2. Now that Whirlib has joined the party, Holy Phoenix finally able to get into the fight. Auto attacks from over the wall, and a long-range living artillery will finish him off. A 2-for-0, and Huma win yet another fight.
Oh, I thought for a moment that Huma had botched that fight completely with the teleport in from Whirlib, where he couldn't get over the wall onto Woolite. The actual radius on the ability for twisting advance wouldn't let him get there over the wall from Catwalk. But they Inspire tried to use so much to get onto Holy Phoenix. Got him down to about 300 health, but couldn't finish the job, and he turns around and makes them pay for it. Now we're onto a Baron attempt here. 5,000 health still on the Baron. Inspire still trying to just push around this Baron. Maybe they're looking for the steal.
Rudy is extremely low. They may not have the smite for the end of this one. Wellerbo's dropping low. Rudy's over the wall. He jumps back into the pin for the smite, and that is a 4-for-1. Make that a 3-for-1. The Baron counts 4-for-1. And they pick up that kill.
At that point, Maxlaw wasn't there. He wasn't there in the fight because he was still dead from this engage. It wasn't actually a smite fight there for Inspire, so I really am not sure on their decision. Here was them trying to burst Holy Phoenix, who got to about 300 or 400 health. He backs away from this fight. Godbro is the one doing so much work here already. And look, Cosq's up on the side, trying to deal with Rudy, but he can't. Maxlaw ends up dying from this fight. And then Inspire have to back away. I really am not sure, without a smite, why they were trying to contest this Baron. The only thing I can think of is that Cosq, does he go onto Rudy here? That's the question. If Cosq tries to just go straight onto Rudy, blow him up, and then steal the Baron away, that would kind of make sense, but it's a difficult one. He goes past, goes onto Holy Phoenix.
Exhausted.
So Rudy actually had to get out of the back of the pit. Sartorius was the one that was trying to get him down. Rudy went back.
The old switcheroo.
The old switcheroo. Okay. Yeah, Inspire, I don't feel like that was a fight they were ever going to contest unless they could kill Rudy faster.
Yeah. Really unfortunate. Inspire have really struggled to play from behind. Like, in the games that they won, they played from ahead because they controlled the early games so well and then just strangled Huma out of those games. Huma have won from the chaos that they've created. Hashtag chaos style, boys.
No, stop it. It's gone. And I don't want it. Get it out of here.
I don't want what you're selling. I just get off my lawn. But yeah, like, Inspire have really struggled to make these players to come back into the game. And the goal difference hasn't actually been that big in this game. Like, it was like a 2,000 gold advantage. Like, now it's a 7,000 or a 6,000 gold advantage now 31 minutes in. It's not insurmountable. Like, they can still come back, but they make these plays that are questionable. And, like, okay, they can maybe go 50-50. You can kill the jungle. You might be able to pick up the Baron, but 3 versus 5, it's still incredibly risky.
It is. One thing that maybe has been overlooked in the last few games is just how much damage Godbro is doing. He hasn't always been picking up the kills, but when it comes to the Corki games he was playing, the Quinn games he was playing, just so much damage in general coming from the mid lane. They want to fight.
Here comes the engage. World is getting destroyed by this turret because they aren't able to take it down fast enough. But meanwhile, they just detonate Whirlip, or Wendelber rather. The tower goes down. Now they turn on Sartorius. This actually could be the end of the game. Godbro is very low, but he'll dash away. Rudy is still alive. Holy Phoenix is out of mana. He can't W anymore. They really want this inhib, but now Inspire are able to chase them down. They'll have to just send Rudy in and say, take him, not us. And that'll be 1 kill going over to Inspire. Fast recall, 4 seconds. Whirlip, Whirlite looking to interrupt them. Just Recast left on his own. He may be called out. Yeah, I think he's dead here. There's too much CC to get away from. So that's 2 kills there at the cost of that inhibitor turret.
Oh, no, it's going to be another.
Called away. That was actually a really good punish from Inspire.
But there's nothing they can really take. The only objectives they could look to take would be mid-turrets. And they're a long way away with waves pushing away from them. This was Willib tanking up the tower for so long in this fight. That laser tower is just shredding him down, plus the damage coming out from Inspire. Where does all the damage come from onto Huma? Because Holy Phoenix was super low as well. Then Rudy gets damaged by CosQ, by Maxilla, by Woolite. And then Holy Phoenix has to... Oh, man, if Holy Phoenix had one more auto onto him, he would have fallen. And this could be an even more different story coming out of this team fight. I don't think Inspire can actually utilize too much more out of this. Woolite couldn't stop that recall, but this was the rest of it. 2 more kills followed from here. Pretty cut and dry.
So why did Willib go back in? Did he go back in to try and save him? What happened?
So he was trying to recall.
Oh, no.
Okay, CosQ
in the
stopped
last second. That's sad. He could have actually walked away and just played it safe, but yeah. Mistakes were made. Hindsight 2020, etc. ZZ well picked up though. So I'm gonna be split pushing in one of these side lanes now. Huma are still in a really dominating position, but as that last team fight showed, like, it's not impossible for Inspire to win team fights.
But the thing is, Sartorius now no teleport. He just showed top lane. Holy Phoenix has a massive amount of attack speed right now, and CosQ, his only real way is coming around the side, trying to flank Holy Phoenix, and he's going to get blown up. He has no flash, he has no ignite for kill pressure, so the actual chance that he kills the Cogmore through the lifesteal he's got from Blades, through the Maw of Malmortius, through the QSS, through the Locket, as well. There is so much protection. And key into that, you've got a Braum in front of him.
Yeah, Huma always use protection for the Cogmore, and like in this game...
You sound like Defici.
Yeah, I do actually, but yeah, like both of these teams could make extremely good promotion tournament teams. Like, they could really give some of the LCS teams a run for their money. Rudy potentially caught out, but lands a good ultimate before he goes down. It will be a 4 versus 5. Huma decide to back away, but they took the turret. So ultimately, it was a jungler for a tower. Baron isn't up for just under 2 minutes. Dragon isn't up for like 90 seconds from now. So really doesn't matter too much that Rudy's dead. Big wave from the bottom lane. That's all going to go to Holy Phoenix.
It will all go to Holy Phoenix. It won't take him too long to clear it.
It's going to be a happy Void Puppy.
He's so happy, he's just vomiting.
That actually makes me happy to watch. Like, I don't know, something about Cogmore clearing a big wave is just, yeah, makes me warm and fuzzy inside.
Inside?
Yeah.
It's a little bit weird.
A little bit weird.
Towers going down.
A little bit weird, but Inspire will be taking down the middle turret.
5 games in, it always gets a little bit weird.
So Torres is out of there. Responding with a couple turrets now, actually catching up in turrets fairly significantly. Because Inspire also have 1 dragon, we're not really looking at 5 dragons, and it may also come back down to the Barons in Game 5, like we saw in Game 4. So it could get to that point, and Inspire aren't at the point where they just have to sit in their base because they have an inhib backup in the bottom lane, so they can contest these Barons.
If it gets to that point, Huma do only have 1 blue trinket, because they're ahead, so normally you do stick on 2 yellows, which is fine. There's no inherent problem with that. But it does mean your actual ability to look for sneak barons so much more difficult. I mean, that's assuming Inspire can win another team fight, clear out the vision control, then like take an inhibitor, and then set up for a sneaky baron, or at least just a rushed baron. So that would be a long way off. So they have time to change them to blue trinkets as well. It's not the end of the world.
So. How's Godbro's
for one of these teams, he's on 10. For one of these teams, this will be the end of the line when it comes to their LCS hopes for the spring split, for going into summer split.
Correct, for a promotion tournament.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you know what I meant. Yeah. The upcoming.
As we said at the start of the day, the bracket is very easy. We just have the 2 semi-finals and go into the final. And
yeah, okay, Huma are going to start it.
Oh, this...
Oh, it's happening again, Pulse.
It's happening.
It's happening again.
Okay.
Teleport play could be coming from Werlip. He's sat on base with Home Guard.
Rudy just burned Flash, though, and he might be able to get the burst off. He's dead. 5 versus 4. Holy Fingers over the wall. He's getting bursted out. Just Weak has to jump in front of him. Werlip is into the back lines, causing havoc. Wennerbo should be dropping here. Holy Fingers is separated from the fight, but his W will be coming up very shortly. Maxwell is trying to trade off with Just Weak has. Warlight's already dropped low. He took so much damage in from Werlip, and Holy Fingers, there's the W. He's able to shred apart the Elise. A 1 for 3 in all, despite that great pick onto Rudy. That was at 5 versus 4, but Cogmore just turned up.
Cogmore turns up huge. Oh, Cosq wants to try and come back in here. There's no smite available, but there is enough damage to deal with Cosq if he looks to go in. The Baron clear from Holy Phoenix is going to be fairly fast, but the tank potential just isn't quite there. Like, Maokai's there, but look, they're relying on the W being up from Holy Phoenix, and there's so much time in between. Okay, no one from Inspire can take that away.
No.
The Baron has gone over to Huma, and this could be what sets them up to win this series. Rudy tried to go aggressive, failed the flash off the body slam. And this looked so good to begin with for Inspire, but look at how they stacked into this Cogmore. Warlight's still doing no damage. No damage in this fight until now he's attacking Werlip, and that's against a tank that is just dying far too slowly. And it means that Inspire just cannot sit in front of this Cogmore. Flash was used by Holy Phoenix. There is the potential for that to come back and bite Huma, but that's a far stretch. Holy Phoenix in the last couple of fights has been very well protected. He's 8-1 and 11 right now.
Yeah. Wennerbo tried so hard as well. It was a great pillar separating him, and it was someone else. I think it may have even been like Godbro as well in the backlines, or it was just Weakcast. Like, it was such a good pillar, but even those, like, what, 4 or 5 seconds was still not enough to help Inspire to win that fight. Werlip, when he got into the backlines, no one could kill him. He's just too tanky. Like, he just stood there and started hammering away at Warlight. He chunked him down. Warlight was shooting him and damaging himself by hitting the Thorn Mail. Like, it's... Huma have just gotten so much gold on, like, everyone. Even, like, the carries and the tanks. It's hard for Inspire to win these fights, despite that pick.
Inspire need to hope for a mistake from Huma now. They have to hope that they can like catch Godbro as he comes in for one of these poke attempts, but Max he just can't get the cocoon out fast enough. The whole play is too quick from Godbro. You can't lock him down fast enough.
There's the chunk. Cosq is gonna try and make a play here. And all this is incredibly tense because this could be one of the teams, Or
well,
at
it
least
will
Huma
be one of the teams going to the finals if they win.
Be on this fight stress as Huma go in for this potential engage. Rudy gets the ultimate onto Sartorius, not quite the best engage that they want. He already takes him out. Willip comes in there and just blocks up all the damage and allows Holy Things to rip them apart. That's the inhibitor going down, 2 kills. Huma have this big minion stack and they are closing in for this potential win, looking to lock in their chances to get into that final in EU Challenger. Willip goes in, locks down Woolite, he takes him out. Wenelbo will be going down, a 5-4-0. Huma come up big in this best of 5, 3-2-2 in this series. It all came down to this, and they lock in their chances to go to the promotion tournament.
They've booked their spot in the Challenger Series finals, taking 3 tough games from this 5-game series.
Oh yeah.
None of those wins
were easy ones.
were easy ones. They had to scratch and claw for it, but man, that was finally the performance from Holy Phoenix in the last game.
Yep.
That we were wanting to see. Willip had a good game on a tank. Godbro showed up in the last game. It was
Everyone did well,
a little bit messy at times, but there was
that's the Huma
enough
game plan.
solid play. Certainly some entertaining games.
Oh yeah, that was a
Huma
fun
today.
series to watch for sure. Like Inspire's wins were like they were calculated. They just ended the game super quickly. It was like a 26-minute win. We called the first game of the day the cleanest game we've seen so far in Challenger.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it was a great series to watch. And as I said in that last game, like we could have actually had like either of those teams go to the promotion tournament and the finals as well. We're going to be finding that tomorrow. But yeah, like either of these teams could have given the LCS teams a run for their money. I'm so excited to see what Huma can do. You know,
they just couldn't quite. Well, Inspire just couldn't quite lock down Holy Phoenix, and given that freedom, we know what a player like Holy Phoenix can do, and ultimately that won them the last game of the series. So yeah, I'm looking forward now to seeing who Huma are going to face in the finals.
Indeed. Well, while we get set up for the winner's interview, we have prepared a replay package to summarize the final match in this epic series.
So this was the beginning. 5 minutes into the game, this is where we saw Huma, taking the lead, getting this initial push out onto the tower. And you can see this was the rough one. Oh, this was actually when Willip died to the tower, if you'll excuse me. But from here, the rest of the follow-up wasn't too bad. And for the defense here from Inspire, they actually managed to hold on. And, for Inspire, this looked like such a good start. It looked like how the first couple of games had gone for them. And they even managed to make this play onto the topside tower as well with the tower dive to secure it. And we were like, man, Huma, at this point, maybe they're in a rough spot. Because Holy Phoenix was down in the bottom lane trying to freeze. But this was just, we started thinking about Inspire and how well off they were doing here, but I think this was really when the game started to open up. Godbro's damage started coming out pretty thick and fast. We even saw Holy Phoenix picking up kills there. We, as we said, this is we're just preparing for our winner's interview, so just a couple of these plays from the last game. But this is where it really started looking good for Huma, is they started getting better and better. In this game, Holy Phoenix here, another one of these fights where he has a lot of room to breathe. Cosq can't come in from the side. Holy Phoenix is fairly safe here. This is the one where Woolite actually flashes to try and take out Holy Phoenix. Gets him, but it's not quite enough. The rest of the team is just there cleaning up. And Huma just seemed to be in absolute control right here. A couple more clips as we just finalize our interview. The Baron attempts. Just again and again and again. Lots of Barons, but ultimately would end up all right. Rudy, this is the old switcheroo. Rudy going around the back. But as we settle in on the end of the game, Holy Phoenix manages to just farm out the bottom lane. I guess this is the last. This is the replay we're going to end on. This sums up the last game. But hey, we're joined by Godbro. Congratulations, man.
Thanks.
Well, it was an incredibly impressive series. Like, I just need to talk about what happened in that last game. Like, when you were closing in on the Nexus, what were you thinking about? What the team comms like?
We had to protect the Kog'Maw, and with the LeBlanc, I wanted to try and bear someone down, and then we might be able to catch someone out and then get more objectives.
It was a pretty good composition all around. I liked the last one. I want to go all the way back to the first couple of games of the series. I know. I'm gonna try and remember. So the first game was pretty quick for Inspire.
Yeah.
The feeling going into game 2. What was the adjustment you guys made? Was that the game plan always to try and get Whirlib on Jax?
We tried to, like, they picked Quinn, and then now we picked Quinn, and then they picked Corgi, and I thought that Quinn was actually pretty good against Corgi, but we didn't have pressure lanes, like, we didn't have strong side lanes, so Corgi could just, like, Quinn could not...
Yeah, we saw the Quinn dominating Corki a lot, right?
Yeah.
And then Maxlow came in, and that was so sad. But it seemed to work a lot better with the Jax. Was that what the team wanted to do at all the time, is get Whirlib on Jax, or was Whirlib saying, I want Jax?
Yeah, Whirlib wanted Jax because he knew he can carry.
Okay, so talking about like picks and bans in general, like what were your priorities? Because we saw a lot of contests in the mid lane against about the Quinn you were just talking about, and the Corki as well. Were you like, we need to get the Corki here, or we need to get the Quinn? Like, did that go in priority, or was it like we just needed something else?
Yeah, we haven't actually practiced Corki a lot because we thought people didn't play it anymore. So then we thought that Corki was actually OP, so we wanted to pick it up again, and we managed to work it out.
It certainly seemed like it worked well. Your LeBlanc in the last game, some pretty hard carry up until it was like, okay, Holy Phoenix, now you can carry. What's your feelings on the mid lane meta right now? Because we see a lot of different picks, not so much in this series, but how do you feel about the mid lane champions right now?
I kind of miss Azir because, like, season 4 and 3, like, Azir was really fun to play, but after all those nerfs, then he's kind of hard to play now. So yeah, I think I don't really like the meta at the moment because it's all about siege and stuff. So people just pick Corki, and
Yeah, it's kind of sad because we saw like your Azir plays in the qualifiers and had these like crazy plays in the mid lane. Remember, like the Azir ultimate killed 4 people. It was super cool to watch. But just one last question here, just on just a team dynamic in general, because you guys you basically have 5 carries, like everyone who wants to carry the game. So do you go into like a draft and it's just like, okay, we're gonna put priority on like this guy and you're gonna carry, or like Holy Phoenix is gonna carry? Do you think that out, or do you just do it like in the draft and it's just like, actually like LeBlanc's a good pickup here, so let's just draft that?
At the moment, like after we lost Sandrine, we wanted to pick strong lanes that skills were late game too. So so we just wanted to win lane mostly, and if it doesn't go wrong, we just have champs that skills to late game. So
it seems like a good game plan for you guys. You won in this series. I have one very, very, very short question. Who do you think is going to win tomorrow? Wolves, Millennium?
I think Millennium will win because whenever we scrim against Millennium, they play actually pretty good. So that's what I think.
Certainly so. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Godbro. We're going to close out the show very quickly while you guys can relax and enjoy your win.
Yeah, it was a very entertaining series to watch as well. Well, make sure to join us again tomorrow for a remaining semi-final, as Stress hinted at, between Millennium and Copenhagen Wolves, which will determine the final team to advance to promotions.
And if you missed any of the action today, any of the games, head over to LOL eSports VOD Hub and catch up for the plays from today's matches.
Yeah, and if you haven't had your fill of League tonight, you can tune into the North American Challenger Series semi-finals tonight at 3 AM Central European Time, where Ember and Team Dragon Knight will take to the stage. So thank you very much for joining us for the Challenger Series playoffs. We're logging off for today, so from myself, Stress, Godbro, and the Challenger broadcast team, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.
In the back.
I think we're going to force a fight though. True shot for us comes out, lands onto 4 players.
Oh, they got 2 away.
Ultimate. This will be a 5 versus 3 until they catch back up. Make that a 5 versus 2. Whirlib responding with the damage from Titan's Wrath. And Rudy only just comes back into the fight, instantly to be thrown back out of it. Repel comes up, but there's nothing to jump to. And unfortunately, the Spider has to come back down and die to Inspire.
Meanwhile, top lane. Rudy's here.
Pop the ultimate, gets the knockup from depth charge. Rudy gonna take a couple tower shots and back away. Maxwell's in the top lane now.
Husky's roaming as well.
Nice CC. There's the collateral damage, and Maxwell will finish him off there with a Real quick auto attack. Kozq heading up into the top lane, does have his ultimate, he'll be popping it on Rudy. A lot of bursts coming out, jumps into the turret, the quick draw.
Oh, dangerous
Kozq doesn't
game!
even fall down.
That's a tough interaction, unless like it's an obvious ult coming from Lissandra, if that makes sense. She's kind of got to be walking towards you, otherwise the timing is weird.
This could be close, looking for the steal. It goes over to Huma though. This is a very messy fight in this Baron pit. Holy Things will go down at 3 for 1. But there is a Jax
with the Baron buff at this point.
This is actually very scary. This tower may die before the teleport comes in.
Oh, he didn't
Not
get
quite
it.
in time. Willip in this 1v2. Sartorius is trying to CC up Willip for his life. But he'll just turn around and annihilate the Nautilus in this 1 versus 1. He's got the counter strike, and Maxwell can't kill him, and he just finishes off the game. Didn't have to flash away there because Kozq wasn't auto attack range, but he was blinded, so he couldn't see.
Willip from behind though.
Looking for the flank, but meanwhile it's a 3v4. Now Willip's joined the fight, and this should go into Huma's favor. Maxwell is still alive somehow, though. Rudy comes into the fight. He'll flash back into his team. Kozq will be taking a lot of damage from Holy Things. He'll flash away, gets a couple more auto attacks down, and this is so close. Everyone is on critical HP, apart from Willip because he's Maokai, and that will be a 5-4-1. That's gonna be a happy Void Puppy.
He's so happy, he's just vomiting.
That actually makes me happy to watch. Like, looking to lock in their chances to get into that final in EU Challenger. Willip goes in, locks down Woolite. He takes him out. Wenobo will be going down. A 5-4-0. Huma come up big in this best of 5. 3-2-2 in this series. It all came down to this, and they lock in their chances to go to the promotion tournament.